What's going on, guys? Mikkel here, and today I have an update for you on the top Metaverse cryptocurrency project that you can buy right now. Guys, it looks like the Metaverse is coming, and it's coming fast. It's going to be absolutely massive, and you even have massive traditional players like Facebook who want to get heavily involved. Guys, it seems obvious to me that blockchain is going to be critical to the future of the Metaverse, and it's important that we position ourselves in some of the best projects right now so we can get future profits when the Metaverse comes to be. Guys, in this video, I'm going to get into some small cap gems as well as some established players that will no doubt benefit massively from a successful Metaverse. I even found a project directly working with Facebook, and I think this one has massive potential in the years to come. Guys, if you are new to this channel, make sure you like the video down below and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out so much in the YouTube algorithm and will help more people like you see this video. But anyway, let's jump right into this content, and I hope you enjoy it. Alrighty guys, well let's jump right into the video, and without a doubt, the first project on this list is Ethereum. This one is pretty much a no-brainer. Ethereum is going to benefit whenever new projects hit the market, whenever new blockchains need to be built, and whenever new decentralized applications need to come to be. Ethereum is the standard for building new applications, and we even see other blockchains such as Hedera Hashgraph and Algorand converting to the Ethereum virtual machine, because for developers, the Ethereum virtual machine is the standard. If there is going to be growth in the blockchain space, without a doubt, Ethereum is always going to benefit. Almost over 50% of the current applications are already built in the Ethereum ecosystem, and even apps and different blockchains that are outside of it try to integrate directly into it, because if you're not connected to the Ethereum ecosystem, you really are missing out on a ton of value. Ethereum is really the standard for smart contracts, and that's likely not going to change anytime in the future. Guys, Ethereum has been running pretty hard recently, but there's still a lot of institutional players who aren't here yet. We're still in the early days of crypto, so while the price has been pumping, over the last 10 years, if you zoom out and you take a long-term time frame and look at these projects, there's likely still a ton of growth in the future. So while I think this is a project you'd probably want a dollar cost average in, I don't think anyone's really gone too poorly buying Ethereum over the course of its lifetime. So that is going to be our first no-brainer pick for a successful Metaverse. Guys, the other thing I just want to throw on there is just this Ethereum ecosystem. Every single project on different blockchains is going to be part of this Ethereum ecosystem at one point or another. It's the standard for development, and I just want to throw out how critical it is to realize that no matter what's going on with Ethereum, it's not going to go anywhere, high gas fees or anything. Ethereum's here to stay, and any single project that wants to become relevant will have to work with Ethereum in one way or another. Guys, the next project I have for you is Polkadot. And Polkadot is really solving interoperability and allowing different blockchains to all connect to each other, talk and communicate to create a more seamless experience. Polkadot is an up-and-coming project, and I think has massive potential to take over the blockchain ecosystem and dominate interoperability. Interoperability is going to be massive in the future because not many of these blockchains are currently able to talk to each other. By integrating with the Polkadot system, it will allow all these blockchains to work more seamlessly, and as Mark Zuckerberg said, one of the most critical parts of the Metaverse is going to be interoperability. You don't want to be in the Metaverse and then have to pay for something and have to move to a new system. By being able to connect a whole bunch of different systems and bring them all into one unified ecosystem, it will make a more realistic Metaverse, and one that people will be more likely to enjoy and stay in and spend more time in the future. One of the projects that I think we need to be paying attention to, and I think is an absolute sleeping giant, is a project that Facebook is actually directly integrating into, and that's the Pontem network. The Pontem network is actually a bridge from the Diem project, which is a blockchain being launched by Facebook and is directly going to connect it to Polkadot. This project is going to be absolutely massive for the sole reason that it is directly integrated into Facebook. Most likely, the Diem project, which is Facebook's exclusive blockchain, is going to be very widely adopted and going to be an integral part of their version of the metaverse. This project right here is going to be the bridge between Polkadot and the Diem project. The important part about this project, bridging Diem to Polkadot, is once Diem is linked to Polkadot, it is also linked to Ethereum. You can see why Polkadot is so important for providing interoperability. So in my opinion, while the Potem network, their coin is not yet launched, I think you can play this bet by also investing in Polkadot, which is already on the market. I think it's always very, very important to understand that the main chain, such as what Polkadot is, will always create more value than its underlying smaller tokens. If the smaller tokens end up doing well, Polkadot will do well as a result of the overall value of its underlying network and ecosystem increasing. So, in my opinion, while I will be buying this project in the future, I think an easy way to get some exposure to the general Facebook Diem blockchain ecosystem right now is actually by going through Polkadot. You also have the advantage of Polkadot being a large blue chip crypto, so you don't really have to worry as much about smaller projects such as Potem. Guys, Polkadot is one of my favorite projects, and I love projects that solve interoperability. If they win, almost everyone else working with them wins, and that is a prospect that I really love. Facebook's blockchain's coming, and it's probably going to come faster than any of us think. Blockchain is going to be critical for it, and it looks like Polkadot is going to be directly linked into Facebook's house-made Diem project. I think Polkadot is an automatic winner in this space. I think it's going to be critical to the metaverse and the Internet of Things, and it looks like Polkadot's main purpose, or one of its bigger purposes, is going to be to help link a lot of these blockchains directly to Ethereum, and therefore they all benefit, and one of the reasons why I love these projects. Next up is actually a project that, once again, you cannot get. It's Moonbeam. This one is actually coming out soon, though, in the Polkadot parachain auctions. If you guys don't know about that, make sure you do some research, because there could be some serious money made in these parachain auctions. Explained simply, Moonbeam is essentially the bridge, just as Pontem is the bridge from Diem to Polkadot. Moonbeam is the bridge from Polkadot to Ethereum. So you can very easily see how right now I am calling the infrastructure plays that will make the metaverse work. These are really no-brainers, and these two projects are being heavily pushed by Polkadot as well as Ethereum. You have to understand, for Polkadot to work correctly, it needs these bridges, and therefore they are going to make sure Moonbeam is successful. We also saw that the Moon River token, a testnet of Moonbeam, has been performing extremely well on the Kusama network, so I expect Moonbeam to do even better things. If we take a look at the larger ecosystem we're watching play out right now, we have Moonbeam connecting Polkadot to Ethereum, and then we have Pontem connecting Polkadot to Diem. Guys, I think this is pretty important to watch, because these bridges are going to be like investing in the oracles early in 2020. They're really no-brainer picks, and I think they're going to fundamentally help build the metaverse as we'll see in the future. The next project I want to get into is another one in a parachain auction, and that is the Acala network. This is going to be one that I will be getting, and is essentially going to be the main DeFi hub and terminal for Polkadot. This project is going to be absolutely massive. We've seen DeFi exploding over the last couple years, and we know Polkadot's going to be absolutely insanely big. I think this one's pretty unique because it doesn't seem like regulators are going to be too happy about Facebook launching its own financial decentralized platform. I think they're probably not going to get away with that one, but they'll sneak around the regulations a little bit by using the Pontem network to directly bridge to Polkadot and then allowing their users to go through Acala. This, in my opinion, is going to be a massive decentralized application in the future, and one that I really like, that I think will also be integrated with a diem blockchain in the future. Here are some projects that aren't directly related to Facebook and the Facebook's metaverse, but I also think have a great thing going on their own, and I think they could do some pretty crazy things in the future. One is Decentraland, and this one has been absolutely blowing up recently. Decentraland is essentially a metaverse built on Ethereum, where you can buy land and live your own character's life. Another one very similar is Sand, and that has to do with the Sandbox project. This is actually one that I used to own, but I ended up selling for some massive profits, but I wouldn't mind getting back into it in the future. It reminds me a lot of Minecraft, and I really like the vibes it gives off. I think it's a pretty cool project, and I think if the entire metaverse is successful, both Decentraland and the Sandbox will be successful as well. Another project with a game still being built, but will also be tied to the metaverse, is Gala. One thing I like about Gala is it's a relatively smaller cap coin compared to the Sandbox and Decentraland, so I think it has a lot of room to run in the future, and it's still trying to kind of catch up to those market caps. Guys, overall, the projects I mentioned in the beginning of the video are really no-brainers, but some of these smaller ones have a ton of potential to make you a ton of profit. These are the projects I'm watching that have to do with the metaverse, and I think you should definitely keep your eye on them because they might explode in the future. Facebook's coming with this blockchain fast, and we need to be prepared and set up in these projects before they take off. Guys, if you're still watching this video, I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like it down below. I do videos like this almost every day, calling out the projects you need to be paying attention to. So thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and for now, Mikkel out.